The last walk through the life of a man who has put his name down in history as one of Kenya's most experienced leaders and whose last reflections in the public limelight will be echoed for days to come.
But we must strike a cautionary note. If we allow the forces of darkness and prejudice to divide us again, if we descend into the depths of violence, as we did in the aftermath of the last elections, the world will give us no second chance. We'll have no excuse.
His death, a culmination of a 67-year-old journey that began on the 3rd of August 1945 when Saitoti was born. The professor of mathematics had in his calculations a dream to succeed President Kibaki in the coming election, the highest point of his political career that has seen him only take a sniff at the highest office, having served as Kenya's vice president for 13 years and former President Moi most trusted lieutenant. Perhaps the same work ethic that earned him a spot in the Kibaki administration as a trusted minister. But with the rosy career also came the intrigues, including the politics of his dual ancestry as Maasai Kikuyu that challenged his status as a Maasai elder, and the nasty succession battle that rocked the Independence Party KANU before and after the 1997 elections. With Moi's finger already pointed at another heir, it was time to bow out of the fight with his famous line.
There come a time when the nation is more important than an individual.
He would then be a kingpin figure in the negotiations that led to the birth of NAC in 2002. When NAC took government in 2002, he was appointed Education Minister in 2003 and was in charge of implementing NAC's flagship project, the Free Primary Education Program. But his persona was also burdened by an unsavory past of a Goldenberg fraud that threatened to herald his exit from the political stage. The courts, however, cleared him in 2006. As Internal Security Minister, Saitoti oversaw the launch of the war on the Al-Shabaab terrorist militia in Somalia as part of efforts to stabilize the Horn of Africa and rid it of the ragtag militia. His gold-riddled curriculum vitae also shows that way before he joined mainstream politics, he had also served as the head of mathematics department at the University of Nairobi and pioneered the founding of the African Mathematical Union and served as its vice president for 3 years. Professor George Saitoti was ideally a household name in Kenya, a man who was diligent in his years of public service, and his sudden death at 67 now leaves the country in a collective state of irreparable loss. Sheila Sendeo, NTV.